Today let's go over a medium that I just solved by myself. This one is called longest mountain in array, and essentially what they're asking is for you to find a subarray where from the middle it's decreasing from both sides, expanding outwards, and it has at least a length of 3. Here, for example, this is 0 because it has to be smaller, it cannot be equal to on either side. So this is pretty straightforward. So I'm going to show you what the approach is here. We are going to start a pointer here, and we're going to start a left pointer and a right pointer. So let's call this current, and we're just going to keep expanding outwards until one of the conditions doesn't satisfy. And then when it doesn't, we can take the length of that and see if it's the maximum. We're going to do that for each point. We're going to expand outwards until we get to the end. And so it's pretty simple. So let's start coding it up. So let's call result is 0. We want to return an integer, and we're going to iterate from this index because the length has to be at least 3 right here. So let's say 1 to length of ARR minus 1, right? That's going to give us this subarray. Now let's call this left and right, and we're going to start exactly one place to the left of current and one place to the right of current. And now we can ask our conditions. So 3 conditions have to be true. First of all, left has to be in range, because if left is here, that's invalid. And left also has to be, or AR left, that's the value, has to be less than AR left plus 1. So for left is here, this has to be less than 4. And also AR left has to be less than, let's call this current. If that's the case, then we can move left outwards. We do the same thing for right. If right is less than the length of the ARR, so right can't be over here, and ARR right is less than ARR right minus 1, and ARR right is less than current. So then in that case we can write plus equal to 1. Let's call this left and right, and at the end let's print left and right. And as you can see, by the end we're invalid because this is not less than 2. That's why this only goes up to here. This is also not less than 1, so again it goes up to here. So we're at 0 and 6. So 0 and 6. So now we just need to close that by 1, right? Because the length is always plus 1, and then we also minus 1. So then we get the current subarray length. So we're going to do 0, or 6 minus 0 equals to 6, minus 1 equals to 5. And now result would be max of result. We're going to update to see if it's the biggest result. Minus 1, right? And then at the end we can just return the result. Okay, that might not be correct. So AR left is less than, yep. There's less than current, less than AR right minus 1, less than plus 1, yep. Okay, also edge case here, because this only occurs if ARR left is less than current, which is also AR right is also less than current. If that, then we can actually start doing it, right? And there you go. As you can see, it passes all test cases, and it's pretty simple. So hopefully this helped, and stay tuned for more.